We're delighted today to be celebrating and webcasting to celebrate the launch of Martin Scorsese's new film, Hugo. And in the studio today, we've got Chloë Moretz and Asa Butterfield with us.
Hi, I'm Luke Beer. I'm a film club young ambassador from Portchester School in Bournemouth, Dorset. I'm so excited about today as it's my first time hosting a film club webcast. So let's get started. Welcome to Film Club, Asa and Chloë. Could you give us a very brief synopsis of the film and the roles you play in it?
Well, I'm Hugo, and in the beginning of the film you find out he's an orphan. And before his dad died, they were fixing this automaton, this mechanical figure. So Hugo's trying to fix it, and he doesn't know what it's going to do when it's fixed, whether it's going to be a message from his dad or something completely different. And he meets this man, Georges Méliès, and at this point we don't know he's a filmmaker, or an old filmmaker at least. And so there's a strange link between Hugo, Georges, Isabelle, Chloe's character, and the automaton. And so the story spirals on from there. Then the whole overall concept of the story is about old cinema.
So now for some questions from the schools. William, age 7, from Mundy Junior Schools, asks, how long did it take to make the film?
It took about, well, for me, I came about a month earlier than when you started rehearsing, because I had to figure out my look for the character, which is cutting all my hair off. So for me, it was about 9.5 months.
Yeah, it's about 8.5 for me.
Yeah.
So Afshan Khan, who is in Year 5 at Byron Wood Primary School, asks, and Tegan Glasson at Castle Primary School ask, what is your favourite moment in the film?
Probably all the chasing scenes for me. When I was being chased by the station inspector, they were great fun. They were really tiring, because I had to do them over and over and over again, but they were good fun, jumping over tables and stuff.
I think one of the favourite moments in the movie for me is when we go into the movie theatre and I see my first film. Isabelle sees her first film of all time, which was a really special moment because it was actually the film that we were watching I had never seen before. So it was real reactions from my character, so it was pretty interesting.
So what was your most memorable day on set? That's from Matthew Northover from Temple Hill Primary School in Dartford.
What was the most memorable day? Well, when we were filming the last shot, that was pretty memorable. It was one shot. We were just the whole day was just filming this one scene, and it was about, how long was it? It was about 3 minutes or 2 minutes.
Yeah,
this one
2 minutes.
shot, and it's on this Steadicam, which is this big sort of robotic arm, which is
crazy.
Someone wore, and it was just insane. We did it.
Marty's
20
classic
times
shot.
at least.
Yeah.
And about 20 minutes in between each take. It was insane.
It was Marty's classic shot, you know, one full 5-minute Steadicam shot, to where it's funny because every time the camera was pointed on you, everyone behind the camera was just going crazy and picking up tables and moving chairs, and it was a lot of trickery on the filming part.
What was the most takes you would have had in any particular day? You talked about the chase scene earlier as well.
I think probably the most takes I did was about 20-something, but I think... I think the record was one of the takes with Sasha, and I'm sure they did about 40-something takes.
40 or 50, yeah. Because he kept improvising, doing so much improv during the scene that they couldn't figure out what they wanted more, so they kept going for 40 or 50 takes, which was just
insane.
Crazy.
So Katrina Fordman, also from Temple Hill Primary School in Dartford, asks, what's your favourite film of all time?
That's a good question. What is my favourite film? I don't know what my favourite film is, but I think the film that I've watched most is probably Transformers. As any 14-year-old boy does, his sci-fi films.
Oh my god, Optimus Prime. Anyway, one of my all-time favourite movies would either be Breakfast at Tiffany's, which I don't know if any of you have seen that before, or Wizard of Oz. Definitely would be a film that I just fell in love with.
That's the film club favourite.
Really? I love that film so much.
Luke Card and Megan Rooks from Castle Primary in Somerset asked both of you, how did you get into acting and when did you start?
I started when I was about 7. I went to this acting club in Islington called Young Actors Theatre, and at first I didn't take it that seriously, just a sort of pastime, extracurricular, just for fun. But I got a few little roles, and one of the first things I did was The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, and it was about halfway through filming that where a switch flicked in my head, and I realised that this is a passion of mine, and it's something I want to do professionally, and what I want to do when I grow up.
So,
Okay, I was going to say, should we go to Twitter quickly and see if we've got any questions there? Thank you. Okay, a message from Chris Hayden. This is for you, Chloe. You're easily one of my favourite actresses. How does it feel working with a legend like Scorsese?
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, it was amazing working with Scorsese. You know, it's a dream to work with him, not only as a young actor, but I mean, not only my whole career, but as a young actor. To be able to work with Scorsese at, you know, the age of 13, 14, it's just a dream. And, you know, I think for Asa too, it was just something that we'll never forget. You know, he's a legend. And again, to work with him at all in our career, much less at a young age, it was
incredible.
Beautiful.
Amazing experience.
Fantastic. I've got a message also from the whole of Ecclesall Junior School. This is for both of you as well. Is it hard pretending that actors are your parents when they're not?
Well, in this film, I didn't have any parents. But in previous films, you just get your head into that state and you don't think of them. When you're not filming, you think of them as I think of Chloe as Chloe. But when you're filming, you don't you think of them as their character, and you think of yourself as your character. So you never really think that these people aren't related to me.
Exactly. You get in the mindset of your character, and you become your character, as a good actor should do. And then you look at, you know, your other actors, your co-stars, as their characters.
Okay, brilliant. And just get lost in the moment.
Exactly.
Okay.
Tamika Reed at Byron Primary Schools asks, who inspired you to begin acting?
Well, my brother. You know, I actually got in it through my brother. He was accepted to the Professional Performing Arts High School in New York City, where a bunch of people have gone and are going. And basically, I used to watch him do his monologues in our apartment in New York, and I just used to pick them up and I would recite them at school and with my friends. And I basically just had a knack to be someone else and express emotions that you're not allowed to express as a normal human being, as a normal young girl. You know, so yeah, definitely that would be it.
Yeah, I don't think I wasn't inspired by an actor, as I said before. It was just something that I did for fun. But yeah, there was no one in particular that inspired me. It was more my own inspiration that got me thinking that way.
The film has many references to Victorian filmmaker Georges Méliès. My favourite classic film is Zulu. What do you think we can learn from watching old movies?
Well, you learn a lot about the past, depending on the era that the film is set. It's rather than just having sort of text and pictures, you see reactions, and it's a living history, and you see the truthful representation of sort of life in certain times. So it's really important, and it's an education. Old films.
Definitely, yeah.
Many of our members will be watching your film Hugo and getting into the festive mood. Do you have a favourite Christmas film you watch every year?
Yeah, I think Home Alone 1 and 2 definitely
pretty good.
I think only 1 and 2 though. I think those are like my favorite. Ones.
I'm not sure whether we watch every year, but it's a Christmas film that I watch a lot is Elf.
Elf is so good when he puts like the syrup on the spaghetti.
On the
I understand you've got a royal premiere with the Prince of Wales later tonight. Are you excited about meeting him?
Yeah, Sir Ben. We were just with Sir Ben actually, and he was like, "Show me your curtsy," and I was like, "Oh no," because I haven't done a curtsy since I took ballet when I was like 8 or 9. So it was pretty nerve-wracking. I feel like something's gonna go wrong when I meet him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do something horrible or something.
It'll be a new experience.
It'll be exciting.
Yeah,
We'd actually get to meet him.
Yeah, totally. We have like this whole thing, you know, we have to, Your Royal Highness and bow and curtsy, and it's crazy.
I don't really know what's going on, if I'm honest. I've never told anything.
I've never told anything.
Okay, I think we've got time for just one more quick question. So back to Ben, who's 10, and he goes to Monday Junior School. What sort of films do you both like making?
Well, most of the films I've done have been pretty serious, sort of emotionally, like the Boy in Striped Pyjamas, that was Holocaust, and this isn't. So I think a film that I would most like to do would be like a fantasy or a sci-fi sort of film.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the films I do are pretty serious and dark, and I think I like doing dark movies because, you know, I think if I'm playing Chloe every day and I'm playing like a normal, happy-go-lucky kind of character every day, I'd be kind of bored, you know, because I'm like that already. So I like playing kind of dark and twisted characters that have pretty messed up upbringings, which is mainly a lot of my movies, which none of you should probably have seen yet. Hopefully not. You better not have.
Thank you.
So I'm afraid that's all we have time for. I'm so sorry if we didn't get a chance to get your questions read out. But don't worry, because all our questions are going to be made so that our guests can see them. A big thanks to Asa and Chloe for being with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Please still keep sending your questions to @FilmClubUK and keep your eyes peeled on the website for some more webcasts in future.
Bye.
Bye.